The high-end market seemed to hold up better than expected. Let's hear more from Robert Frank. Hi, Robert.
Tyler, good to see you. Manhattan home prices rising for the first time in over a year, driven largely by the high end. Median sale prices rose 5% in the fourth quarter to $1.16 million. That's according to Douglas Elliman and Miller Samuel. The average price for a Manhattan apartment also increased to just over $2 million. The total number of sales fell due to a lack of inventory. Sales volume dropping 6% in the quarter and 29% for the year. But sales above $5 million, that's kind of mid-market in Manhattan. That increased in the quarter. Most of those are wealthy buyers. They pay in a lot of cash, so they're not as reliant on mortgage rates. 2/3 of apartments in Manhattan were sold for all cash. That marked an all-time record. Meanwhile, nationwide, the ultra-high end held up fairly well in 2023. There were 34 homes sold for more than $50 million. You had 5 homes selling for over $100 million. Most of those were in Palm Beach, the Hamptons, Connecticut, the usual hot spots for the wealthy. The most expensive deal of the year was that $190 million sale of an oceanfront home in Malibu that went to Jay-Z and Beyonce. It had been listed for $295 million, so they saved $100 million.
Do we know if they paid all cash?
I would guess they did.
Yeah.
Because they can.
I just missed out on getting that.
Yeah. You bid $1 less, right?
About a couple dollars
Next time it comes around.
Yeah.
Robert, stay with us. Let's get an agent's take on the state of the luxury real estate market. Noble Black is also with us. He's a real estate broker at Douglas Elliman. You've sold over $3 billion worth of properties, so you know a thing or two about this space.
Let's hope.
How would you describe the market right now?
I think the market's strong. I mean, it's definitely a tale of different markets, right, depending on where you are in the city and what the product is. But overall, as you said, we've held up far better than we thought we would going into 23 with the rate hikes. And we're certainly finishing it on a very strong note.
Was 2023 in your sliver of the market in Manhattan a story of the fourth quarter being particularly strong compared with the others?
It really was. Yeah, we started very slow.
Why
and starting
was that?
I think rates, right? I think it was rates at the beginning. We started slowing very dramatically in 22, and then into 23 that continued. There definitely was a hangover. At some point in 23, people got tired of waiting. They had other life reasons. They just had to go forward with it. So even with those high rates, they came back in. Some of the wealthy that were waiting for the market to adjust because of the high rates decided to come in. They weren't financing, but they were waiting for kind of blood in the water. So sellers started capitulating. You just had all of those things start to happen. And then finally in December, when mortgage rates started ticking down, that's when really we've seen more activity.
So in the high end, I live in the suburbs of New Jersey, okay? And in my particular town, a house comes on the market, and there are fewer and fewer of them that do, but they typically go very quickly and above asking price. When one of these high-end properties comes on the market in Manhattan, do they sell above the asking price or below it typically?
So it depends on how you're defining high end, right? Yeah. So for the true high end of Manhattan, and let's talk about maybe above 15 to 20 million, those are not typically going above the asking price. No, There's usually still some discount to that.
Some negotiation.
But what you are seeing is for certain true trophies, maybe something downtown in the West Village that's turnkey. Those are not going above ask, but they're going at astronomical numbers, at least compared to everything else. So it's not so much that there's a bidding war driving the price higher in those instances, but they're still holding up very, very well. The bidding wars tend to be kind of below $3 million, where there's very little inventory and people are really, exasperated. They've been looking for a long time. They haven't found anything. So once they see something good, they pounce.
That's like the first-time buyer cohort in Manhattan, basically, totally. Robert.
Yeah. And what really helped the high end during 2023 was the supply of new development. And a lot of that, it seems, is kind of running out because of financing, the trouble getting financing from banks right now. There's not a lot of new development that's been started in the last year. So what will be the fuel to help 2024 if that's gone, at least for New York?
Well, the pipeline's definitely running dry. So you're right, we're not going to have that. We're running through what remains of that. There's a couple that are downtown. There's one in particular that's coming, but that's a few years away, right? So what we've had to rely on for the last few years is gone. I think as rates continue to lower, you're going to have sellers that start putting their properties on the market, right? They've been locked in great mortgage rates for however long. There's no inventory for them to go towards. So once that starts relaxing, we're going to see the market unstick. But there's not that big driving force that we've seen. I think we're going to go where we are here, kind of sideways and up a little bit. But it's going to be a better story than 23, but much continued where we were.
Is there a hot building right now or a hot address in Manhattan or a couple of them?
Depends on what you want to buy. Downtown, if somebody's looking for new development, there's one in particular that's done very well. And again, that's partly a story of a good product, and also there's not much competition
street
for
is that?
That's over One Highline, so that's West Side. We've done a nice few deals there. Very good developer. If you're looking uptown, there's one building that continues to just do astronomically well, and that's 220 Central Park South.
Yeah.
So very little that's available.
Even I've heard of that one.
Everyone has,
That's
right?
the Ken Griffin building,
And you heard of 15 Central Park West before that. This is the newer version of that. Both are great buildings, but if you're talking about popular and kind of it building and popular culture, that's getting crazy prices.